How you doing? I'm Sean with Tried and True LLC, and I want to speak with you a little bit today about the freight industry and how lucrative it can be if done properly, and the opportunities that the freight industry could present for someone who has an entrepreneurial mindset and who's entrepreneurial spirited, looking to make a better way for themselves. Um, Being involved in the logistics industry in the freight world can directly impact your bottom line, your financial position, and it also can better the relationships that you have personally and professionally. When you're happy, when you're successful, when you have a feeling of accomplishment, and you have the success behind you to back that up, it changes your attitude. It affects your this can drastically create a totally different atmosphere and environment in your life for the better. And that's what we're hoping for. That's what we're going for. And that's what we'd like to see everyone be able to take advantage of and have the opportunity to move forward, better themselves, and be better people because of it. And I'm believing that the and opportunities in the logistics industry could provide, that option. Being involved in the logistics industry can directly impact your life. And the magnitude that it can impact your life, if you think about, let's say, as a freight agent, you're under a broker and you're assigned to a customer, you're assigned to bring in customers, you're assigned to prospect them, you're assigned to call, and basically bring customers in. That's how you would make your margins and get paid. And say you get a customer, and this customer allows you to move, let's say, 7, 8 loads a week. And your margin that you're making off each load, let's say you make $200 off of each load. If you're moving 8 of them a week, that's $1,600, and that's not hard to do. It's 5 working days in a week. Some shippers or receivers, they can ship products on Saturdays, Sundays, but we're going to stick to a basic 5-day-a-week schedule, say 40 hours a week. If you can move 2 loads, this shipper gives you 2 loads a day for 4 of those days, and your profit margin on those loads, say, is $200. At 8 of them, that's $1,600 in profit that you can make in a week. So $1,600 a week is decent money for a person to bring in, and this is very doable in the freight industry. Speaking as a freight agent or a freight broker, these things are very doable. This is not something that's far-fetched. I'm going to give you an example of a person who's working, say, 40 hours a week, just to bounce it back off of. If you're working 40 hours a week, let's say an average worker earns about $20 an hour. Call that a good wage. I'm going to pull out my old trusty calculator here, cell phone, and just do some math, quick math. Okay, at $40 a week, at $20 a week, $20 an hour, 40 hours a week, it's $800. $800 is decent money. I mean, that's a hard working person going to work 8 hours every day, 5 days a week. That's 40 hours. And at the end of that, you're going to make a check, get you a paycheck, $800. And after you get that $800 for this week, you have to wait until the next week. You have to go to work 5 more days. You have to wait until the next week in order for you to get some more money coming into the home. And then let's do a little bit of more math. I want to just give another example. Let's say at 40 hours, making $20 an hour, 40 hours a week, you make, say, $800 a week. That's what we come up with. Yeah. Most people would try to make a little bit more. You work a little harder, you make a little bit more. Let's say you do 50 hours a week. So now you got 10 hours in that work week for overtime, say time and a half, and that would say push you up to, let's do some math. Let's call it an even $1,000. You work, say, 8 hours every week, 40 hours in the week. You did a little extra. Say you did extra hours a day. You did 10 hours every day in 5 days. So you did 50 hours. You made $1,000. It's good money, good hard work, good money. And then you have to wait another 7 days before you get paid again, another 1,000. Now let's look at that $1,000. See, this is the thing you have to look at. Out of that $1,000, you're going to pay taxes, going to pay probably, I don't know, 6%, 8% taxes. Say that knocks that 1,000 back down to another 800. And then after that, you have loved ones. You may need to buy in some insurance. You may need to put medical or dental or vision on your insurance. You may want to take out some fundings for, say, a 401k or IRA or some type of a savings package in order to secure your future. These are all things that, responsible people that's looking to build a nest egg or retire or have children that may want to go to college one day. You want to invest some of that money that you make, and you don't want to just work hard and blow all your money. You want to try to set yourself up to be in a position of success down the road. So with that being said, you take out your taxes. Uncle Sam has to get paid. So out of that $1,000 a week that you work 50 hours in a week to earn, you want to take out Uncle Sam's portion, and then you want to take out some money for investments, savings, retirements, things of that nature. Let's say at the end of that, you pocket $700. All right. Let's say you take out $300 of that $1,000 to pay your taxes, put up for your savings, retirement, college. I mean, this is just a roundabout figure. These are not accurate numbers. Everyone has a different process that they use. Everyone has different amounts that they may want to save or invest, or so have you. So we're just going to use this roundabout number. And at the end of the week, after doing all of that, you take home $700. I just told you a method when it comes to the logistics industry, how you could possibly make that type of money on a very, very simple schedule. You, as a freight dispatcher, freight agent, or freight broker, your job is to find customers. That's your main job. Find customers, move freight, participate in the logistics industry. So if you have a load, a shipper gives you a load, say, hey, I need this load done 8 times in a week. 2 days, 2 times a day, 4 days out of the week. That's one shipper. And your profit margin on each load, say $200. And, it averages, but say $200. We're just giving you a basic model to go by. And you do them 4 times, $200, that's $800. That's what you take home. And on the flip side, we're looking at a work model, a 40-hour a week, 50-hour a week work model. Once you paid off all of your taxes and insurances and your investments, things of that nature, when you bring home, it's still going to be round about the same. But we're talking about making this type of money in the logistics industry with just one customer, and you're not putting in 50 hours a week. So if you put in 50 hours a week, you have that good work ethic, and you want to work those type of hours, you want to put that type of investment into it. In the logistics industry, you will see immediate return on that investment as far as your workload is concerned. The more customers you get, the better job you do, the more dependable you are with your service, the more other customers are going to want to seek you out and say, hey, this person provides a good service. How can we get him involved in our process? And then they'll give you loads. And those are things that make you grow and make you start to generate income. And once you master this process, and you go over it and over it, and you acquire customers, and you get more comfortable with the process, and you get more speedy and timely, then you can generate more profits. And that's where it says that it'd be a life-changing experience. All it takes in the logistics industry is for you to partner with one solid customer, and you see the lifetime value of a customer. Meaning, if a customer is giving you 5 loads a week, 10 loads a week, and you add that up over a year, you have that customer for, say, 10 years. That's the lifetime value of a customer. And those numbers, they speak for themselves. You just have to do the math to figure that out. Now, I want to give you a negative example of being involved in the logistics industry, the freight business. Now, you may have some comforts of a 9-to-5 job, say like insurance, like we spoke of before. Your company may pay for that. Now, if you're an independent or a 1099 employee, entrepreneur, or business owner, things like that, there are processes that you could put in place in your business or in your entity structure that would allow you to provide those things, some of those safeguards for you as well. You can set up your own insurance. Your company, you can set your company up, or you could set up your 1099 or your DBA or what have you, to provide insurance for yourself. You could pay yourself through LLCs, through DBAs, and set up your structure so that your taxes are taken care of, and you can be above board, considered a small business, and you can provide those insurance and those government, take out taxes, you can provide those insurance and those other types of benefits to that company, to that entity, to that LLC or DBA or what have you, okay? Now, I just want to ask and see what the average person at home could do to put themselves in a position to be a participant in the logistics industry. Well, being involved in the logistics industry is a very good idea because there's a very low barrier of entry to get into it. If you wanted to be, say, a freight broker, there's a low barrier of entry that you would have to qualify in order to be licensed, registered, bonded, and insured in order to be classified as a freight broker. Same goes as a freight forwarder. I think it's just another step above a freight broker. And the barrier of entry is even lower as a freight agent, because a freight agent would work up under a freight broker and they don't have to have the responsibility of providing insurance and bonding and registrations and things of that nature. The freight agent model is very, very attractive for people looking to get into this industry, because the only thing you need to do is really have your software and have a desire, an ability to go out and seek and find customers that you can partner with the broker you're working with. So being a freight agent is a great model in order to get your foot in the door and become profitable. I can reference several freight agents who have classes and online trainings, and they take on people and teach them about logistics from the freight agent aspect, which is actually, in my opinion, the very best way to start, because you don't have a lot of responsibility on your shoulder. You have an opportunity to learn from people who have knowledge. They can become your mentors, and you don't have to have the responsibility of all of the other requirements that brokers and forwarders and things of that, people of that nature would have to have in order to do business. So again, in my opinion, I'm speaking about the logistics industry as a whole, but to narrow it down, just like niches, they say there are riches and niches. You can kind of look at this hierarchy of entry into logistics world as a niche. In my opinion, that the freight agent is one of the best niches to get into the door, gain knowledge and relationships, and move forward and become profitable. My name is Sean with Tried and True, and I approve this. Thank you.